The interview you're about to see is heart-wrenching, informative, brutally honest, sometimes painful, but on balance, the message is uplifting, helpful, and passionate. It is the story of love, the story of faith. It is Joline's journey.
So my name's Joline Pinko, and I'm married. My husband and I are both from Guam, and we moved here in 2000, and we have 7 children. My oldest is Daniel. In November, he'll be 21. And then I have Joline, who's 16, and Vincent is 11, Emilia is 8, Elizabeth is 5, Joshua just turned 4, and my little miracle baby turned 1 in June. It's funny because my husband comes home from teaching. For years I've wanted him to come home and help me at home because we were homeschooling. And I was doing the homeschooling, and I thought he'd do a much better job. And if he could focus on homeschooling, I could focus more on, my business. And so he came home towards the end of 2015, and early January, it was probably the Holy Spirit that said, check this lump on your neck, because I felt it in October and didn't get it checked. And so I waited until the end of January, went to the doctor, and got it biopsied, and it was a confirmation that it was active cancer, but it had spread there, so they needed to find the location. And I was 3 months pregnant at the time, and so did the necessary scans to find it, and my diagnosis was nasopharyngeal carcinoma, which is quite rare in the United States. It's only about 10% of cancers here in the United States. And so I was 3 months pregnant with nasopharyngeal carcinoma, and it had already spread from its primary location, so it was stage 3, possible stage 4. But because I was pregnant, I couldn't get the confirmation of if it had metastasized into other organs. Well, I knew going into it that no matter what anyone said, and I didn't know if they would suggest it or wouldn't suggest it, but termination of pregnancy was not an option. And I just, I made that clear to my OB and the other doctors before it was even suggested. I don't know if they were going to suggest that, but I knew that was my number 1 goal, was to carry to term a healthy baby. Surgery was not an option, and so my 2 options that they gave me were chemo and radiation. And it was a personal choice of mine. I chose that chemo and radiation was not the option for me. I didn't have peace about it, and I really believed in the ability of my body to be able, if you put the right things in, to work for me. And with total faith, and first I prayed about it too, and just, said, God, if that's the route you want me to go, you're going to have to, give me peace about it, and maybe write me a letter and tell me, I don't know. But that's not the route I want to go. And if I can go this other route, just open the doors and show me the people, show me the information, show me the resources, and we'll go that route. And honestly, those doors just kept opening, and so I walked that route and hadn't looked back. And it was risky going that route because from what they say, the type of cancer that I was diagnosed with is very aggressive. So it was quite possible that I was not going to make it to delivery, even if I tried to go a little bit early, because of the aggressiveness of it and me turning down the suggested course of treatment. And so I knew that, but nobody wanted to live more than I did. And I did have 6 other kids to think about, and that was at the forefront of my mind, but it was the right route for me. I did choose the alternative route, and the alternative route meaning more natural treatments, holistic treatments. I really dove into research and seeking out what was out there, case studies, things like that. And there are modalities that you can do that aren't so invasive in seeing the situation that your body is in. And I chose those routes. And so a couple of weeks ago, I did fly across country and get one of those tests done that was able to look into my body, my organs, and things like that without then, going the other route. And it, of course, they measured my nodes, and they looked into my other organs, and it showed that yes, it has metastasized into my other organs. Well, my liver right now, and my immune system's working really, really hard to keep it out of my kidneys and my large intestine. Since last January, so a little over a year and a half, I have sought out these natural therapies and modalities. If I've had to drive places, fly places, anything that would boost my immune system, repair the parts of my body that were not working so well. I put only good food in my body that serves me. And through that, each time, always have prayed that God would just send me the right people, the right thing, at the right time, with the right resources to be able to do that. And so through that, I've learned a lot, and I actually do work with a couple of naturopath doctors. So, and they've guided me also to do this, don't do this, and do that. And I really truly believe the way I found them. So I do a lot of therapies at my home and then in doctor's offices. But this particular treatment that I'm seeking is out of the country, and it was suggested to me by someone that I met across the country who was helping me with my scans. I really believe that I had to build up my immune system first to be able to go do this. So I know God has His perfect plan, and we have to do first things first. And so, yeah, we're really excited. I hope and pray to come back and give great news that all the prayers, have worked. And I know that's first and foremost. And second is mindset, because you have to win it in your mind first. Yes, it's been a full-time job, so I haven't really worked in a year and a half, because it is a full-time job to do everything you need to do, to keep your body running. And I believe I am where I am because I've made that my job, and I know it's prayers around the world. It's really, I'm so blessed. This whole route of going the alternative way is not covered by insurance, so everything is out of pocket. It is very expensive. It's not the route to go if there's no money, because everything, the burden is on you. And so with going out of the country, doing this treatment, and then coming back and still having follow-up therapies to do, we're looking at about $50,000. What I'm asking for are first and foremost prayers, good thoughts, healing thoughts, and I really believe that I've beat the odds that they told me, that the time that they kind of gave me a time frame, and I really do want to beat the odds, and I know what I'm dealing with, and I know it's serious, and I really believe that this this is my next step and it's going to do it. So financially right now, we've spent every penny that we had. So it's hard to ask for help. If someone would like to donate, I do have a donation account at Wells Fargo, and the name of the account is called Fund, F-U-N-D, the number 4, Joe, J-O, Fund for Joe Donation. And they can walk into any Wells Fargo across the country and say, I want to, make a deposit into Fund for Joe donation. And then PayPal. The PayPal email is fundforjoe@gmail.com. And then I do have a GoFundMe account also. If I was to do last year over, I'd do it exactly the same, because it was a year of growth for me and my family and my other loved ones. My spiritual growth was just off the charts. And when you're at a point when you have nothing else other than just your dependence on God, it's total surrender. Nothing else matters. And I really feel like God, I don't believe that God gave this to me and there's any reason I have it, but I do believe that through this, it was kind of like it was chiseled. I got everything chiseled off of me that doesn't matter. I got to learn what really matters. And who's to say that you get another day? So if you're not sure if you get another day, we're not promised another day, that what you do right now and how you treat people right now. My philosophy now, or my motto, is live life with purpose, live life on purpose. And I have no doubt that there's a God, because, prior to this, it's just naturally human. I think that you say, gosh, I wonder if, I might have my little doubts. I have faith, and I'll tell you, through this journey, He has shown up over and over and over again in many ways, more than one. And they were all situations where that had to be God. There couldn't have been any other, it couldn't have been any other thing. And so this was definitely, if anybody has any doubt, there is a God. And I put my total trust and faith in that. And I'm all in. It's total surrender, and His will, His plan is perfect and better than mine. But I think the thing that has really given me the most hope is I've had lots and lots of people come up to me and say, God spoke to me and said, you're not going anywhere. Or God spoke to me and said, you're going to be healed. Or God spoke to me and said, He has big things planned for you. And it's just those little things, or right in a time of when I'm down, or those little slips of worry come in. And then I get a text saying, lifting you up in prayer and just wanted to check on you and tell you I love you. It's those things that give me hope, because I see it. I see the end. I believe I'm already healed, and I see it. So that gives me hope, because I can see the finish line. God is good. And I believe that we're here to serve Him and serve others. And I just want to inspire other people to take control of their life, their health, because your health is your first wealth. And you don't have to wait until you're given a death sentence before you start making changes. And do the good things for your body now, and don't wait till it's too late. And if you do have any type of diagnosis, whatever it may be, it doesn't have to be cancer, there are ways that you can rebuild your body. And again, good things, only things that serve your body, it can be rebuilt and it can work for you. So I guess my final word is don't ever let anyone tell you when it's your time to go. And hope, prayers, and yeah, pick yourself up and run. The things that give me hope. Well, my kids give me hope. My friends give me hope. The love, the support that I've been, the relationships, just all the outpouring of love is what gives me hope. And the fact that I know that God has been the center of this and been there with me the whole time, that gives me hope. I'm grateful. I have been told by many people in different professions that I should not still be here. It doesn't make sense that I'm still here, and I want to stay.
Help us make Joline's journey of faith, fortitude, and family a total success by offering up your heartfelt prayers for healing and, in whatever measure possible and as God leads you, your financial support. Once again, here are the ways you can donate. Walk into any Wells Fargo bank location in the USA and tell them you want to make a deposit in the Fund for Joe donation. That's FUND, 4, JO, altogether, donation. Or you can donate with PayPal. The email address is fundforjoe, all one word, FUND, 4, JO, @gmail.com. Finally, you can help with a donation to Joline's GoFundMe account. On behalf of Joline, Ray, Daniel, Judine, Vincent, Amelia, Elizabeth, Joshua, Jason, the entire extended family, and her friends who love her dearly, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.